Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida. It's Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. This is my little pan of colors. Well, not yet. This is some Artist Loft, just to help the colors slide out of the pan. It's pretty thin, and I'm going to use some more of that on this 14 by 14 inch canvas that I have pre-primed and is dry earlier today with the same stuff. But I want to make a funky cloud, and I'm not sure how to go about it, but I'm sure I can fix most anything if I screw it up. So here's some Plum Blossom, Primary Element. I'm a Colourarte affiliate, so you can always find it 20% off Colourarte coupon code underneath the video. Hopefully, although YouTube is changing some stuff. That was, like I said, Primary Element. This is a Vivid Intense Periwinkle. And I'm just going to put colors in this dish until I decide there's enough in here and I don't need to worry about it. This is Violet Rose, which reminds me of the Twilight Orchid. I wonder, let's just give it a shot. No idea, none at all. Gotta find out the hard way. This is Red Violet. And I was talking about maybe using some of this Twilight Orchid, which is pretty dark. But that reminds me now that I have Frosted Berry, which I can lighten things up with. Who knows what's going to happen though. That looks like almost enough paint. Do I want anything else in there? I kind of want something in there, but I don't think it's a good idea. I'm going to give it a miss. So I'm going to put this aside for a minute. Bring my canvas in. Spread some paint on the top half. I was going to go top and the bottom, but I think I'm just going to save the bottom for afters. I don't know what that was. Now I'd like to have enough of a layer, and I'm glad I pre-painted it because it's a little smoother than it would be otherwise and a lot less absorbent. And I just want to put my paint in. I want to pull that horizon line down. Sort of because I can thing. Now, like I said, I want a layer so I can mess with my cloud area. But I also wanted to, you know what, I left my paint out. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I left my paint in the mixing bowl. And it's Isadora, and it's a Primary Element. And I wanted to play with this some golden light at the horizon. And hopefully it won't be a problem. I suspect it'll probably just mix in. Hard to tell and not knowing. Oh, that's a main thing. I'm a New Yorker who says main things. Living in Florida, yes, I know. Alright, so I still have enough liquidity, hopefully, left on my canvas. And if I don't, I do it in the dish. So I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, I'm just forgetting everything. I forgot to wipe my studio rag, which is pretty easily done, fortunately. And wipe off my spatula. Throw it in the bucket, actually, because it's been sitting a little too long. I really want to use a little more. It's definitely puddle poor. I'm going to grab a spatula, a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. And it has blue paint on it. I'm just operating at 100% today. Will it work? I don't know. It's more like a ring pour than anything, although it does have a large lump of something in there. Or gave the impression it was a large lump of something. I guess it's not. Now I do have a balloon, and I did a cloud recently in a artwork in a similar format, and I may balloon roll. In a very similar fashion to the other one. But I know there's a layer of white under there, so I want to be a lot careful about mixing it all up. Let's give it a little bit more of a tip. Kind of want some more red violet in there. But at least we have flow, even if it's slow. Which reminds me, I could just take a straw. And I'm going to take some of this paint that I've got in my dish and use it to augment the sky a little bit. Because why not, basically? Just roll it around. I'm not sure I like that. Excuse my head. I wanted to do this the other day. I am going to take a little bit more of the red violet. Making it up as I go along. No idea. Blowing directly in the painting. Alright. I've got something weird over there that needs to go. So I'll just add another little balloon roll. Excuse my head again. Now what I want to do is make as simple a bottom as I can, but I'm inclined to add a whole bunch of colors. At least colors of green. And I'm going to try and not mess up too much, not mix too much. I still want a layer of paint to slide on. And I'm going to probably put down a little more. Because I can. And I'm going to put down everything that I can lay my hands on, starting with some Mayan gold. Prizm pour. Some Fangango. Another Prizm pour I need to make more of. little bit of triple sec, which says it's a prism pour. I've got some sea glass, primary element. A little bit of sparkling aqua, which I might not want too much of until I see how it's going. This is wintergreen. I'm not going to put the top back on that, I might want it again. This is peacock. Wintergreen is a prism pour, as is peacock. Now, trying to make this part pretty isn't going to be helpful to me, I don't think. I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to risk a little bit of indigo violet. And what else? I know there's other things. I've got some black iris. I want some purple, and I guess I'm going to risk it. Let's call it flowers. That's the red violet. I've got some Aztec bronze. That's a primary element. Excuse me, that's a vivid intense. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's been a few minutes since I used it. Now I'm going to try and use my edge catcher. Put my spatulas in the bucket because they won't help me. Question is there enough color there? I can always squeeze more on. I think I like, oh, I didn't use any of the fresh pine. That one will pour it back up. I keep being called to deep amethyst or African violet, and I think I'm going to do some deep amethyst, which in this case I should have shaken up a little more. Whoa. I caught a bottle. Now I can always go in with the swipe tool and some cell activator. I like to make a puddle and squeeze it so it travels, not just on the edge, but back into the painting. Which I'm going to try to turn around so I can do the same exact thing. Then I will contemplate whether I want to do any trees or add more paint, because I've got an interesting configuration, but it doesn't seem like I have exactly enough paint. Maybe I have the perfect amount, who knows. I can always scrape it off the edge catcher with one of my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatulas that you can find on the Amazon link underneath Show More, or the Amazon link that's close by. I don't know, YouTube is changing things. So I'm going to squeeze that up and down. Now I'm right-handed, so this is interesting. I've got some paint that I might be able to salvage. And I can certainly take Princeton Art Tool Catalyst. Actually, I've got a little hair tool just going to spread that paint to the horizon and let whatever the colors want to do to mix with each other happen. Take whatever paint I've got left, put it right down at the bottom. It's not my favorite so far. I want to do something with the sky. I really do. Do I dare? Maybe nobody will ever see this. Who knows? That was sour lemon with some orange crush. This is jasmine, I think. This is some orange crush. I'm thinking I've got a palette knife and very little experience using it doing stuff like this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I've seen some outrageous clouds recently. And my paint colors are bright enough, I think, to withstand the Artist Loft white. Definitely contemplating putting a swipe tool into the bottom. I keep running into the piece of green tape that has a marble attached to it to keep my head out of your way. I don't actually hate that. Skies can be outrageous, why not mine? Like I haven't been doing that already. Just wipe some of it over the edge. Alright, now it's time to grab a little card. And I have black and white and gold and other colors. But I kind of want something to put this... Come on, let go. Rustling dishes, I'm sorry. There's a little Pebeo iridescent gold. This is a little bit of Amsterdam black. And what have I got? I don't want to pull too deep because I'll unearth that white. I'd rather leave it where it is. And pull that purple up. Alright, I've got like 3 minutes to play with. And maybe I can still do something. I need another card. This one has a curve along the edge, which is not helpful. But I usually have playing cards handy. And I do. I also have another card, which looks really good. I want some more purple. I also want a little bit more green. Right in there. I like the odd shapes when I'm not being too careful. Looks more like a roiling sea than anything. Maybe I can facilitate that look by dragging through. There, I covered up the one spot. Yeah, it definitely looks like an ocean. And the bronze can be rocks. And if I want a tree or something, I can put it up on this rocky coastline. Although, I'm not sure what that is. Steal a little paint, make it look like the land portion is extending out into the water and there's some rocks or something. Alright, well, it is what it is, and I had some fun figuring it out. I've got to figure out another background color than white, I think. And I've got my bottom edge to cover. But for the most part, I don't hate that. I kind of want some trees. I need a better skewer than that. Alright, I've probably got a minute left. I can hope so. Love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Hope you come again. I post every day. I have 31 playlists. So it's a rough day on the ocean. Or whatever it is.